the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. Little gets the blood boiling. Quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Northwestern Wildcats, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Western has the kickoff team on the field as we're about ready to start. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Wolverines offense will start this game off. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, Dave, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
After the step-off, now they have to deal with 1st and 15. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab.
It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I'm starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football and making sure I was in bounds.
Line is set on 3rd down. They go to the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Wolverines will call on their punt team. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Wildcats offense will have its first possession of the game. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
They'll leave it with him. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down. Northwestern right back to the line. They'll throw it on 1st down. And it's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The defense coming up big there. And the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
2nd down now after the sack. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. He wants to take the top off. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Across the 25, he's got room. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big game. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Wildcats getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. He might not be the fastest runner. That doesn't mean he is a reluctant runner. It worked out well there.
And I like that because I need a running threat from whoever's back there. You got to be willing to tuck the football, take off, and go chew up yardage. Otherwise, it makes it very predictable and very easy for a defense if you're not willing to do that.
Northwestern wants to go quickly. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Northwestern in business in the red zone. Going up top on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Carter. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. Able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Man, that's just kind of frustrating for an offense. You move the ball all the way down the field. You got an opportunity on 3rd down, and you can't protect your quarterback. You get the sack, and now it's probably field goal time if you make a field goal.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Florida State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Running back searching for a hole. Running with power. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there on first down from their own 22. The run from the shotgun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. From the gun, running back on the move. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Just when they're looking run, now up top. It's caught downfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down at the 49. They'll go to the ground. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Give to the running back. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Oh, he makes a catch. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. This offense needs to avoid getting in its own head, getting domed up with its play calling in the red zone. He's got it on the run. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Makes the catch. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. It's good. And we're even here in the 1st. Just about set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Northwestern right back to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Agnew. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. With jet sweep pass. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Northwestern making quick work on this drive. From the gun, they'll try the middle. The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. It's a reverse. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. A 1st down run in the red zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverine! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking in front.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Wildcats have it back. Northwestern offense headed out. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack. And the Wildcats want to move quickly. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Paul.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
Didn't get much. Picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. Try to get it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. On 1st down, here comes this offense. From the gun, the running back has it. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Leaves it with the back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. Northwestern ready to dial one up on 1st down. The give out of the gun. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything's in. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the defense.
Northwestern wants to go quickly. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes a connection. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Quarterback keeper. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Now it's 2nd and goal. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Northwestern. A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Splits the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Tulane is showing little remorse for its opponent today. Feels like ever since they arrived at the stadium, that Green Wave offense has been a buzzsaw. They're up by 17 over the Pandas. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Grabbed in the middle. It's Freeman. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. They run the reverse. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Power football with the run. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Hands it off. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Got a man. It's Agnew. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Caught. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Pulls it in on the right. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Michigan. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they find Payton from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Nifty little scamper on this one, enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They're trying to get to it. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. The give to the tailback. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Northwestern will have to punt it away. Now on the return. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got him downfield. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Finds space on the right. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. They'll immediately call timeout. 1st down here for the offense. He's going to pass. Trying to get to it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. just threw that one away to avoid disaster. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. Splits the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. Late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
And the Wolverines will kick it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Buying some time. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. Northwestern will send out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here's the handoff. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. Running with pace, changing speed, showing the moves. He's down to the 30. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Off play action. He'll take a shot. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Handoff from the gun. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2. The Wildcats come to the line in the hurry-up. Bully ball on 3rd and short. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This one's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. They'll run play action. Finds his big tight end. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. Wants to throw on second down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Getting some heat. Got his man down the middle. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Touchdown, Northwestern! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. Illinois answered the bell away from Champaign today with an impressive victory. The Fighting Illini knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. And no, he loses the ball after the huge gain. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad play at a bad time.
The Northwestern offense returns to the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
The Wildcats will hustle to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and you can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Northwestern will have to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This time they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Here comes the offense on first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Couldn't get anything done on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They try to pop a run on the draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Northwestern will send out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Looking left. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's taking the shot. Snatches it on the right. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. Field goal is good. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner will be knocked down. Wildcats have it back to Northwestern offense headed out. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Coming after him. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He'll do it himself. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. 2nd down coming up. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Got his man quickly. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively and get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some 1st downs together. Get some good mojo going.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. He finds his man. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. They'll try the right side. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Release to the back. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll go to the air. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. Northwestern will have to punt it away. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll try the run. At midfield, he's got room. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. The Wolverines are rolling down the field. He's looking to throw it. The sure hands, it's Walt. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. This offense has a 2nd down play. Now the play fake. Complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Wolverines are in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quickly complete. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Looking to pass on second down. Fires into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll go to the air on third and short. He's got the tight end. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. On second and goal, he gets another chance. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much. The late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quarterback floating away from pressure. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers, they can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that pass picked off. Trying to take it back. And he returned that into reverse skate in a hurry and takes it to the 46.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical.
Sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
The give to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They move the tight end all over. To the ground to try to pick up the first. The Wolverines are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a 1st down.
He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
And the Wolverines have this offense rolling. Handoff to the single back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. They go to the ground. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. A manageable distance on 3rd down as they try to convert from the 20. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Wolverines are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. 2nd and goal coming up. Tries again to get it in.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
He'll try to slam it in. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll run it on 3rd and goal. And the defense makes the tackle, but not before. He gets down to the 2. They'll play it safe and try for 3. The distance is no problem, but this angle from the left can test you. And this one splits the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Tennessee managed to eke out the victory in a tighter-than-expected one. And they'll be singing from the top of Rocky Top after this one, no matter the final score. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up there.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Carter. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires downfield. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Finds him out of the backfield. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. We're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.